Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in my art studio, but this is not about art. This is about my experience spending 1 week in Madeira in August last month to check out if this might be the place for me to move to in the near future. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Coming up next. Okay, a little backstory. If you want to know more about why I'm considering going to Madeira or Portugal in general in the next few years to live, then please check out these videos up here somewhere. I will list them for you so you can go catch up on that. There's also videos on me traveling to Madeira and spending time there and the fun things we did. So there's also going to be a playlist down below. So, and on at the end of this video, so make sure you go check those out. So let's get into this video's topic. The pros and cons for me, personally, that's my personal opinion. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but I'm saying here, do have probably different opinions, and you might be already living in Madeira, who knows, on Madeira, so. But anyway, the pros and cons of maybe possibly living on Madeira. Mind you, big disclaimer, I only was there for a week, and it was more of a vacation stay than, you know, a scouting trip. I didn't go check out rentals. I didn't go check out housing or anything like that or other things. I just wanted to enjoy the island and just see how it would be to spend there any period of time. Okay, so let's get into the pros and cons. That's what we're going to do, the cons first, because maybe then we have the best for later, who knows. So I have a list down here. I don't want you're gonna think I'm rude looking down here all the time, but you know, just to keep me on track, because I like to babble on and then forget what I wanted to say. So the first con, it's an island. I know it's ironic, right? I wanted to live on an island, but it's an island. Why is that a con? Because you have to fly out anywhere. There's no ferries going anywhere. I think there used to be one, but not anymore. So you have to fly in. So you can't just, you know, put your car or yourself on a ferry and hop, you know, a couple, 3-4 hours. I don't know how long it would take, actually. What it used to take to go to the mainland. I think was it 2015 or 2016? I can't remember. They stopped having ferries to the island, which means you can't just go in the car and just drive off to another country. You cannot do that. You have to fly out. Mind you, I think the flights are fairly reasonable. So you just have to plan more and, you know, budget more for that and make sure you go for a longer trip than just, you know, a couple days. Unless you want to go to Lisbon and go shopping or something, that's different. Second, it is very hilly here. So I remember getting off the plane. Oh my God, I thought, oh, look how nice it is. It's a nice new airport. You know, it was nice, you know, warm air and all that. And then we started driving. We had a limousine service to the hotel. And then I'm looking everywhere and like, oh my God, there's hills everywhere. It's like, and I figured that, but I didn't know it was this, you know, it was that hilly. And it's just, never mind the hills, it's also how far inward it goes and how far, and there's these tunnels everywhere. Like there's more tunnels than in Switzerland, and I'm from Switzerland. It's super, yeah, just lots of traffic going back and forth and up and down and everywhere. It's kind of like, if you would look at it, you know, if you watch Ants, it feels like that. Super busy. So the island is busy. And it's hilly, so anywhere you want to go somewhere, you have to go up a hill. Mind you, I found out that there is actually there's a boardwalk where actually you can walk for like 2 hours to go to that little next, and a fishing town close by. So you don't have to go on a bus or in a car. But of course, if you can't walk that far, then you need to take some transportation. That brings me to the next con. It's transportation. Transportation, I think there is a bus. We have been on a bus. I showed it in one of the videos that we were using the transit almost daily, but it's very crowded, and you know, especially in the summertime when there's tourists, that it's even more crowded, and they don't really care. They just kind of stuff people in there, and when it's full, it's full. Then you have to wait for the next bus. So around Funchal and the outskirts of Funchal, you get away with riding the bus. There's also buses going outside Funchal, so I haven't really checked out that yet, but that's a possibility. You can take a bus to explore other places. And obviously, if you're a tourist, you have tourist buses, they go whatever. But if you live there, it's hard to get around if you don't have your own transportation. Plus, driving there is probably not a lot of fun because all the very narrow roads and the traffic. People go crazy, they drive super fast. So keep that in mind. So that's a negative as well. And then, where are we, number 4? I don't know. I can't stop counting. Well, you find out which one number it is the noise. Because it is super busy, there's noise. They're constantly building, and there's tourists. So, you know, it's just loud. Even, it might be not as loud maybe when there's less a tourist season, like in between, I don't know, is it maybe around after Christmas, maybe February, March might not be that busy. And I think I'm in May, April, May, when there's Easter, I think it's busy again. And in May, in June, it's because they have those flower festivals going on, so it's busy too. So just a busy island. If you want peace and quiet, you can live on Madeira, but you need to live inland, somewhere on the island further away from the hustle and bustle from Funchal, not in Funchal itself. But then again, you have to drive longer, so it's up to you what you prefer. And you know, for me, I don't have a driver's license, so it would be tricky to get around. So yeah, super noisy. There's another con. It's expensive to buy probably by now because it's not as cheap as the inland of Portugal mainland, because lots of tourists come here and they buy apartments or houses and then they rent them out. So it's hard for somebody that just wants to buy for themselves and live here. It's hard to get at the probably decent price. Mind you, it's not super expensive, but definitely more expensive than Portugal. And you can go and check out the different listings online. Mind you, it's probably hard, even because some of the listings are, some of the rentals or houses for sale are not even online, because the realtor kind of just has, you know, things change quite a bit, so they don't always put everything online. So you actually, it's probably the best to be there, go to a real estate agent, and just they show you around. So. And then another con is how dense it is populated. Sometimes I didn't even notice where the one town stopped and the one town started. Mind you, there's usually hills. There's like, you know, the towns are in a valley and there's hills beside each other, but because of the tunnels, you go like through them, it looks like there's one big city. So yeah, I was pretty shocked and how far up they built the houses. It's amazing. So that is also, you know, the noise problem, but it's just so densely populated, so I didn't really enjoy that. That was the one that shocked me the most. I didn't think it was that spread out, that many houses all over everywhere. Yeah, I'm even though I live in Canada, but I live in a small town and I'm not used to being that, you know, blocked in with all these houses and hotels and apartment buildings and all that. So yeah, that was the first thing I was kind of shocked by and really didn't like. And of course, because it's a southern country, it's smellier, like a lot of sewer smells, fish smells, but that's normal. Like, I guess, I'm sure you get used to that. So let's go to the pros. The weather, yes, because even in the winter, it might be 20 degrees when, you know, it's probably between 10 and 20 degrees. I might go down during the night, maybe. I heard that 5 degrees is like a low, but during the day, it's quite warm for, you know, for me coming from Canada, which is minus 20 in the winter for sometimes weeks on end. And of course, no snow. The only snow you get is, I think, way up in the mountains. I think you get a little bit of snow, but, you know, other than that, you don't have to shovel snow. And that also is the second plus pro. Your heating and cooling costs are probably less, depending. I guess, if it gets really hot, I don't know. Depends where you live and what kind of house you live in. How you can stand the heat or the humidity, I guess. But it's probably still less than our expensive gas and oil bills we get here. Like it costs $200 gas and almost $200 for electricity in the winter, which is from November till March at least. So yeah. So I'm guessing the energy bills will be lower because of the nicer weather. So definitely it feels like probably always on vacation. There's another plus. I think the daytime is because it's closer to the equator. There's longer sun. Like because here in Canada in the winter, 4 o'clock it gets dark. And I think in Madeira it's always about around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, definitely longer. So it's more even than the extreme from 4 o'clock or 4:30 from November on till, you know, December, that kind, and then it goes up, but really slowly compared to the summer. We're here at 9:30 or 10 o'clock, probably now 10 o'clock. The sun goes down, which I do like. But yeah, in Madeira it's more always even, and it's the same. I think 8 or 9 o'clock, it's something like that. It gets dark. Probably in this, I don't know when the sun goes up. 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I don't remember that part because, you know, I was sleeping, so I didn't even see when the sun was rising. And of course, there's another pro. It's nature. It's beautiful. If you want to go for hikes, if you want to you know, see flowers, and you see all the banana plantations, they're all along the hills. Everybody seems to have a little plantation or just growing vegetables. It's like everywhere. It's really green. So even I think in the winter it's still green because I think it rains more. It rains more in the winter than it does in the summer. Obviously summer doesn't rain much, even though sometimes it looks like it would rain, it doesn't. So yeah, that the weather and nature are definitely a pro. And I don't know, so it looks like I have more cons than pros on this list, which brings me to the next point. Do I really think I should move there? I think I would have to go back there and visit by myself and stay there for a month or so to do, like I say, a workaway or a house sitting to kind of get more the feel for how it would be to live there. Especially with the non-transportation. I know there's people live there that don't have transportation. They don't have a car. Like I would love to have an electric bike, but there's no way you can go on these roads with an electric bike. It's crazy. So there's probably roads you could take along the ocean, but you only get so far, right? So if you want to go hiking or whatever up in the mountains, you need to find another way. You can actually go with a tour, I guess, but you have to pay $30 to get there. So that's something to think about. Yeah, so that's my answer. I was shocked. I thought it would be nicer, actually, for those reasons I said. So yeah, it's quite touristy. So my next adventure, hopefuls at some point, I'm not sure when, I'm going to go to the Azores, and I have to figure out a plan for that. would really like to do that Workaway. There's a video I'm gonna put up here somewhere. Shows you my plan of doing a Workaway, maybe a month or something like that there, and so in the Azores, in the Big Island, São Miguel, I think. Yeah, start there and see how I like the Azores. They're less touristy, more greener, but the weather is not as good. It's more rainy because it's farther north. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I like that better. Of course, and it's, again, you have to fly everywhere, but you know, it's an island, so yeah. So that's probably my next planning stages. It'll be to try to figure out how to get there, and because I'm still working and I have to time off, and see if they would give me time off to do that. So probably would go like in March or April or something, and it's less touristy, and yeah, maybe it's a little cheaper to fly there. Okay, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a comment below. I would love your experience to go to Madeira, or if you have thought to go and live on Madeira. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? And maybe this video helped you to figure out if you would actually considering to live there or not. Okay, thanks for watching. Make sure you watch these videos where I show you the beautiful island of Madeira, because it is really beautiful if you visit, that's for sure.